back to another video reflection with PCOA. In this video I'm going to be talking about the importance of breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is a normal way of providing young infants with the nutrients they need for healthy growth and development. Virtually all mothers can breastfeed, provided they have accurate information and the support of their family, the healthcare system, and society at large. Colostrum, the yellowish sticky milk produced at the end of the pregnancy, is recommended by the World Health Organization (WHO) as the perfect food for the newborn, and feeding should be initiated within the first hour after birth. Exclusive breastfeeding is recommended up to 6 months of age, with continued breastfeeding along with appropriate complementary foods up to 2 years of age or beyond. Breastfeeding is one of the most effective ways to ensure child health and survival. If breastfeeding were scaled up to near universal levels, about 820,000 child's lives will be saved every year. Globally, only 40% of infants under 6 months of age are exclusively breastfed. Here are 10 facts of breastfeeding. Fact number 1. Breastfeeding for the 6 months is crucial. WHO recommends that mothers initiate breastfeeding within 1 hour of birth. Infants should be exclusively breastfed for the first 6 months of life to achieve optimal growth, development, and health, and thereafter, to meet their evolving nutritional requirements, infants should be receiving nutritionally adequate and safe complementary foods, while continuing to be breastfed, and breastfeeding should continue for up to 2 years or beyond. Fact number 2. Breastfeeding protects infants from childhood illnesses. Breast milk is the ideal food for newborns and infants. It gives infants all the nutrients they need for healthy development. It is safe and contains antibodies that help protect infants from common childhood illnesses such as diarrhea and pneumonia, the two primary causes of child mortality worldwide. Breast milk is readily available and affordable, which helps to ensure the infant gets adequate nutrition. Fact number 3. Breastfeeding also benefits mothers. Exclusive breastfeeding is associated with a natural, though not fail-safe, method of birth control. 98% protection in the first 6 months after birth. It reduces risks of breast and ovarian cancer, type 2 diabetes, and postpartum depression. Fact number 4. Breastfeeding has long-term benefits for children. Beyond the immediate benefits for children, breastfeeding contributes to a lifetime of good health. Adolescents and adults who were breastfed as babies are less likely to be overweight or obese. They are less likely to have type 2 diabetes and perform better in intelligence tests. Fact number 5. Infant formula does not contain the antibodies found in breast milk. The long-term benefits of breastfeeding for mothers and children cannot be replaced with infant formula. When infant formula is not properly prepared, there are risks arising from the use of unsafe water and unsterilized equipment, or the potential presence of bacteria in powder and formula. While frequent feeding maintains breast milk supply, if formula is used but becomes unavailable, a return to breastfeeding may not be an option due to diminished breast milk production. Fact number 6. Transmission of HIV through breastfeeding can be reduced with drugs. An HIV-infected mother can pass the infection to her infant during pregnancy, delivery, and through breastfeeding. However, antiretroviral drugs given to either the mother or the HIV-exposed infant reduces the risk of transmission. Together, breastfeeding and antiretroviral drugs have the potential to significantly improve infants' chances of surviving while remaining HIV uninfected. WHO recommends that when HIV-infected mothers breastfeed, they should receive antiretroviral drugs and follow WHO guidance for infant feeding. Fact number 7. Marketing of breast milk substitutes are highly monitored. An international code to regulate the marketing of breast milk substitute was adopted in 1981. It calls for all formula labels and information to state the benefits of breastfeeding and the health risk of substitutes. No promotion of breast milk substitutes, no free samples of substitutes to be given to pregnant women, mothers, or their families, and no distribution of free or subsidies to health workers or facilities. Fact number 8. Support for mothers is essential. Breastfeeding has to be learned and many women encounter difficulties at the beginning. Many routine practices such as separation of mother and baby, use of newborn nurseries, and supplementation with infant formula actually make it harder for mothers and babies to breastfeed. Health facilities that support breastfeeding by avoiding these practices and making trained breastfeeding counselors available to new mothers encourage higher rates of the practice. To provide this support and improve care for mothers and newborns, most countries have implemented the WHO UNICEF Baby-Friendly Hospital Initiative, which sets standards for quality care. Fact number 9. Mothers should continue breastfeeding at work. Many mothers who return to work abandon breastfeeding partially or completely because they do not have sufficient time or a place to breastfeed, express, and store their milk. Mothers need a safe, clean, and private place in or near their workplace to continue breastfeeding. Enabling conditions at work such as paid maternity leave, part-time work arrangements, facility for expressing and storing breast milk, and breastfeeding breaks can help. Finally, fact number 10, solid foods should be phased in at 6 months. To meet the growing needs of babies at 6 months of age, mashed solid foods should be introduced as a complement to continued breastfeeding. Foods for the baby can be specially prepared or modified from family meals. WHO notes that breastfeeding should not be decreased when starting on solids. Food should be given with a spoon or cup, not in a bottle. So this will be all for this video. I hope you guys liked it. See you next time.